As a way to get warmed up from my big vacation, let's run a vault. I've got a little bitty shin on my head ready to go into the vault with me. So hopefully it can be a pretty good one. All right, we out. 2300 XP. Nice. And would you look at that? I didn't die. Hey folks, welcome back. It's OzoneB. I am back from my vacation and feeling wonderful. I've done just a little bit of decorating and I've got this nice little corner set up, a little reading nook if you will. I had an amazing vacation. I thought for sure that I might actually log in and play some Minecraft, but nope. I didn't log in for over 2 full weeks and I don't regret it at all. I hope you had a wonderful break as well. At some point, I made a couple little dolls of myself and gave them to other people to run. Well, we have a nice system here. On my left over here, people can put dolls in this chest so that other people can pick them up and run with them. And over here on the right, when you're done, you just drop them off and put them in the chest. So I made a couple dolls and I've got a couple to release here. And in the middle here, we have the doll care. Dolls tend to run around away from you when you release them, so the fencing here helps to keep them all corralled. But let's see what kind of goodies I can get from these 2 dolls. I'm not actually expecting much, but let's see. Who knows? So doll number 1, it's a little me running around, and I've got to be mean to it. Whack. Whack. They hurt you too sometimes. Boom. Ooh, that's actually a lot of stuff. I see some puzzle pieces. I see a piece of vault gear. Looking nice. A lot of this is going to go straight into my backpack. But, ooh, we got a helmet. I definitely need a new helmet. My current helmet is, well, it's about broken. So let's roll this one up and hopefully we get something really good. Because, yeah, I need it. 5 armor. That's what I'm after. The other stuff is good. But, yeah, the 5 armor is really what is important here, I think. Awesome! Let's go for the other doll and see what we got. Boom. Hey, stop running around. You're just as bad as the little zombie kids. Ooh, I see some ores. Oh, yeah, good stuff. I got some ores in there. I need some carbon, too. This is great. Wow. I got some player gems and then some Benny and Larry's. Very nice indeed. Very nice. All the goodies would have gone in the backpack here. So let's see what all I get. I mean, generally great stuff. I definitely need carbon. Awesome. Awesome. The first vault that I put out there came back with absolutely nothing. So I'm really glad that these dolls came back with something at least. And since I happen to have my fortune pick on me, let's go ahead and fortune these up and see what kind of player gems we get. A Xenium. Nice. Just 1, but still nice. Sparkletine. Oh, there's more than 1 there. 3. Awesome. And then the Bennies and Larrys. Lots of good stuff. 10. 10 Bennies. Not much in the way of Larry's, I think. Only 7. And then some Alexandrite. Nice. Nice, nice. That was a really good doll payout, I gotta tell you. And as for the rest of the server, there's been a whole lot of progress here as well. Just look at the central hub right behind me. It's gotten built up even more so. All of these crystalline structures around the corners here is what makes it look like the Omega Pog when viewed from the air. It's still not done. There's going to be even more building here in the middle. But yeah, it definitely achieves the Omega Pog look when you look at it from the map. And from the air, it looks really cool too. That's a lot of crystal being used there, and I think a lot of crystal rooms in the vaults were sacrificed in order to make it all. And whoa, look at all this that Pink has been working on, along with Salty. Pink and Salty have these islands. They're looking great. We've got Shen's cyberpunk little village over here, looking pretty amazing. And up here is Rabbit's beautiful snow chateau, like a ski lodge. Man, it's looking wonderful. Leone has a beautiful house that's coming along right here. And over here, we've got Hoodie's Eye of Sauron Tower looking appropriately for boating. And over here, Raven has a beautiful little hobbit hole that's been dug into the side of the mountain. There's just so much cool stuff going on in this server. Well, we got another crystal, leveled back to level 9. I've got some skill essence to find for a bounty. Maybe I'll actually be able to complete this bounty. I didn't get any progress toward this bounty in the last vault. That's a little annoying. Alright, another vault. Wealthy, 4 monoliths. Wealthy, what does wealthy do again? Oh, there's extra coin stacks around. Well, nice. And there's one right there. Thank you very much. Oh, money, I'll take it, thank you. Alright. Ooh, ow, ow. I'm going to pop the totem, there we go. These guys hurt. Oh. Dang it! Yeah, we'll just not talk about what just happened. We'll just start another level 9 vault. Trapped. And Beginner's Grace. And sandy desert theme, which means creepers. Alright, well. Living chests. That's what I'm after. That's what I want. Hey, we got some. Skill. Knowledge. Skill. Knowledge. And that's it. That's all there is. Ooh. What is this? Oh, it's the golden one. I don't have any shovel. It's the golden sand one. Wow, this is an Omega room. Oh, wow. I know there's only lots of wooden chests in here, so I really don't think I'm going to try to spend a lot of time in here. But it's cool to find it. And there's really nothing else anywhere else. Oh. I wish I were better prepared for this. I don't have a pickaxe with the digging thing on it. So I'm just going to grab the ones I can see right here on the surface. Wow. An Omega room that I just couldn't do anything with. Sad. Not seeing my living chests that I need for this bounty. Oh, and here they are. I don't think I can find skill essence at this level anymore or something. Because that seems just not right. Okay, there's some livings. And still just knowledge. No skill. Grr. What does it take? I'm still getting a 0.8 multiplier, so that's better than I can get with Afterlife. I've figured it out. I've figured it out. I figured out the problem. The bounty table is giving me bounties based on my level. Level 14. And this one is for skill essence. And try as I might, I have not been able to find any skill essence in the vaults that I've been running. So I went back and I checked the unofficial loot distribution tables and found out skill essence doesn't even start appearing in living chests until level 14. So why have I not been able to find anything? Well, it's because I've been running level 9 vaults. So I've taken my crystals and driven them down to level 9 so that I can have Beginner's Grace. So these 2 item discovery bounties that I have, I cannot finish because I can't find skill essence as long as I'm driving those crystal levels back down. I know I have some skill essence from previous vaults. So of course I felt like I could still find it. But no, not since they've changed the loot distribution tables. But that does bring me to another gripe. This software has been updating a lot recently, and I'm not talking about small balance changes, I'm talking about major changes. And yes, technically, I guess the alpha label does apply, but it gets really hard to keep up with all the latest patch changes, to know everything that's going on knowledgeably and be able to talk about it as a creator. It's really hard. The other pack was so much more stable and so much easier to deal with. All right, soapbox over. The server just updated to update 5, and look at this, your abilities and talents were reset and all skill points were refunded. Yep, update 5 makes some really big changes. Honestly, I was less enthused about this update than some of the others because it just makes so many big changes. It's getting hard to keep track of everything, honestly. But first order of business, is to get my skills back. Now, as I've said before, heal is an absolute must. I need dash, absolutely. And I really like my speed, haste, and strength. Now, haste has gotten more expensive than last time, but I think I can still do it. So strength, haste, and speed. I still have 6 points left to spend. I had put more points into heal initially, and I had taken the Hunter. Now, Hunter has been nerfed pretty darn bad. Now, I had taken Hunter previously, and I believe the radius was only 32, so this is a bit of a buff. It also cost 15. I don't know about the duration, but 6 seconds seems like it's about the same. The cooldown, however, is much, much higher, making it a lot harder to use. Nevertheless, I do still think it's worthwhile to take. The nice thing about Hunter now is that there's a specialization for each kind of chest, as well as Hunter, which goes for the objectives. So I think I might be changing back and forth between these various things as I go for different targets, maybe? Oh, I need Vein Miner. Vein Miner, definitely. And I did the Fortune specialization, which means I need to do another upgrade in order to get my Fortune ability back to the same 4 blocks that I was getting before. All right, so these last 3 points I had probably put into heal. Previously, heal just reduced the cooldown and not the amount that was healed. But this one also increases the amount that's healed as well as reducing the cooldown, but it also increases the mana cost as you get a little higher. Nevertheless, I think at least 1 more point in heal is worth it. Now the question is, what do I do with these last 2? Specking more into Hunter really doesn't make much sense. All it does is reduce the cooldown. Doesn't make it work any better or last any longer or cost any less mana. I really don't feel like this is that valuable at this point. You know, for now, I think I'm just going to leave those 2 points and think about it a bit more. The other really big change that we put onto the server when we did this update is that we went back and enabled casual mode. So no more afterlife gripes. And, well, this patch is kind of broken in that it gives beginners grace until level 19 anyway, and I was absolutely going to take advantage of that for all I could. But with casual mode, we no longer need to worry about it. Now, some people weren't quite as enthused about going back to casual mode, but the curses and afterlife and everything is just terrible, and I know they're working on something where you can get a ghost, and honestly, I'm not that sure about the details. Once that gets finished and we get used to it, we might undo it. I don't really know. But for now, we're back on casual mode. And honestly, I think I'm going to enjoy things just a little bit more as a result. So now I want to do a quick experiment with the vault. I got this sword from Magpie with 12 attack damage. That's a really big improvement over the sword that I had before, which was 9.5. And if I look at the damage stats on that, 39.1. That's a lot. Now, I've also got this Vault Axe that I got last night, and look at that, +3 cleave range. That will do a lot to control the mobs. It is only 20.3 damage according to this, but that's because the axe is a much slower weapon. So I want to run a vault and kind of give both of these weapons a chance and see which one I like better. Honestly, I don't typically use axes. I like swords because I like the sweeping edge, but the sweeping edge effect here does not do that much. So let's get a crystal together and run a vault and give it a try. And just because I can, just because it's a nice thing to do, how about we take a little Mr. Swirl in with us on this vault too? Hello, Mr. Swirl. Cowabunga. Oh, there you are. Chaining didn't quite do as much as I had hoped. I was expecting more, quite honestly. You know what? Chaining is pretty nice. Pretty darn nice. You gotta be careful. The vault axes don't work on wooden chests. The chaining is really nice. I mean, that guy's half dead and I haven't even touched it. Alright, now I think it's time to start trying the sword. Man, that does a lot of damage. It sure does feel nice. Man, that sword hits so nice. If only I could get the sword and the chaining together, that would be beautiful. Ooh, nice. The chaining is so nice, but that sword just does so much more damage and is so much faster. Okay. Oh, my. Where are you at, Mr. Sniper? That's not who sniped me. Where's the sniper at? That could have been the death of me, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wow. Oh, no. Fell, and then, of course, fell right in front of the skelly. Oh, boy. I am so glad we're now in casual mode. Well, what's the verdict? You know, I can't quite say, honestly. I would have thought this 12.5 with chaining would be just as good as the 12 attack on the sword. But I still like the sword. I'm going to give the axe another try, though. I got to give it another try. Round 2 of the axe versus the sword challenge here. Let's give it a shot. Living chests. Come on, let's figure it out. Figure it out. That's a lot of mobs. Okay, so I killed that guy without ever even touching him. I mean, chaining is really good. Really good. Whoa. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. God dang it! This no totem thing is really I'm really struggling with it. I am too used to having totems. And I am trying to do the axe, and I'm not so good at axes, and I'm trying to do crits, and it's just a perfect storm of failure. Gonna do another vault? 3rd time's the charm, maybe? This time I'm gonna stick with the sword. It's what I'm used to, and maybe, hopefully, I can actually survive this vault. Ah, that sounds like a lot of mobs over there. And, oh, dang it. Where is that spawner? Oh, I don't even know where that spawner is, but there's a lot of things down there. Lots of bad. Take that! Hacha! Bam, bam, bam! Ooh, gotcha! Bang! Bam! Bottom like flies. Come on. Yes, I got it. Whoa, boy. It's not over yet. Gotcha. This big sword sure is helping, I gotta say. I'm liking this a lot better. A lot of just regular stuff, and it's alright. I'll take a win of any kind at this point. Cowabunga! 72 chests. Pretty nice. Only 12 coin piles, but good enough. At least I survived. After 2 failed vaults, I'm just glad to survive. And I am still so glad for casual mode. Wait a minute, I'm being a doofus here. This sword isn't just 12 attack damage, it's also got +5 attack damage, making it 17. No wonder it seems so much more powerful. Well, because it is. Definitely, hands down, this is the winner. Now, the interior of the mushroom is coming along pretty well. So the idea is that I'm taking the natural shape and just kind of smoothing it out with these bricks and things. For the rest of it, I'm heavily utilizing the blossom wood. These are the blossom beams, blossom park bench, blossom tables, coffee benches, etc. Most of the other wood, though, this lighter wood, is the bamboo planks and the bamboo boards. I really love the texture of the boards as opposed to the planks, but there is no stair variance of the boards here, so that's what I've got to do. But otherwise, I'm trying to make this space feel chaotic. I guess that's the best word. It's not evenly laid out. It's not fully squared off walls. It's kind of half levels here and there as I feel the need for it. Yeah, maybe chaotic's not the best word. Maybe more natural. I also want lots of levels going half levels and things like that so that it's not even floors. I do still have a long way to go, and quite honestly, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all this space, but it's a slow work in progress. In this room, I've set up a little kitchen, with some sinks and a table and these goblets that you can find in the vault. Down here, a little bedroom with a desk. This level is my main storage level, and it's also got all my vault things, as well as a safe that I found somewhere along the way. This area down here, I tend not to show off very much. This is maybe the basement, and is generally where I shove stuff when I don't know what else to do with it. That's going to have to get patched up at some point. But all in all, this is coming along nicely, if not slowly. I'm taking it really slow here, actually. Because interiors really aren't my thing, and I don't feel like I'm very good at it. I feel like the color palette needs to be expanded just a little bit. The blossom is a little samey all over, but all in all, it's coming along pretty well. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do with these upper floors, but you know what? I wanted to at least go over my thoughts for the interior here before I get too far along. I do like the idea of having some of the support coming from these big hanging chains, so not everything is supported from below. Again, all in all, it's coming along pretty well. But I gotta say, working with this bamboo is kind of a pain in the butt. First, you need to take your bamboo and run it through the stone cutter in order to get stripped bamboo. And you'd need a lot of bamboo. That's no great surprise, but it's still annoying that you've got to strip all of the bamboo in order to make these planks. So once I've stripped 9 stacks of bamboo, I can come in and put it in the crafting grid in order to get 1 stack of bamboo planks. 9 stacks of bamboo to get 1 stack of planks. And a stack of planks doesn't really go very far. Unfortunately, bamboo grows pretty fast, but the whole stripping process is kind of a pain. I do like the color though. And then of course, like all the other wood types, you put the planks here and you can make boards from it. And like I said, I like the texture of the boards a lot. So what do you think of my efforts so far? Like I said, I know it's got a long way to go, but give me some feedback down below. I would really like to know some ideas of things that I should be adding into this interior and some ideas of things I can do to make it look better. Because, yeah, I need the help. The other day I was online with Rabbit and Hoodie, and they asked if I wanted to be part of a research group to go get simple storage networks. That sounded like a good deal, and so here we go.
And here we are with Mr. Ozone and his cool shield. So yeah, we jumped into a research group together, and we are all going to get simple storage, which I can't do right now because I don't have it, but for 5 for all 4 of us. So that's like almost 1 apiece.
I don't know why it's 5 for me and 6 for you guys, but it sounds like a bug that we're willing to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Take the glitch.
Don't ask questions.
Okay, so I got 5. Simple storage networks says 5 plus 150%. Done. You got it?
Yeah. Well, it says you researched it.
Yeah, it says researched. So now I can access.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah. Now I'm going to have to get Magpie to make a drawer controller for me. And some drawers. Now, simple storage networks is a lot more simple than refined storage, which is what I used last season. Refined storage has ways to store all of the items in disk drives, but simple storage networks is just an interface to some other existing storage. And you can use vanilla chests. Now, originally, I was planning to make this wall be full of drawers and have a drawer controller in the middle for all of my vault stuff. But I do have some things that are not vault, and I didn't really want to put them in drawers. So I decided to go a different route. A colossal route. Yeah, these are colossal chests, and Magpie came over and put this one in for me, and I really appreciate it. Honestly, they're just kind of silly, especially with the whole opening and closing animation that they do. But this 4x4x4 chest holds a ton of items. I'm not even really sure how many it holds, but this will be probably more than enough for everything that I want to put into my storage network. Now, I do still want the storage interface to be up here, so I'm going to be doing that and replacing all of these chests with one simple storage network interface. Now, like a lot of other storage networks, you need a couple components. First, you need what they call a root, which honestly isn't that hard to make and doesn't really do anything. It just is the heart of it. Next, you need something to access the inventory, and there are two options for that. First is the storage interface itself, which says it grants access without a crafting grid. The recipe for this isn't that bad either, although the chromatic steel takes a bit of carbon and is going to take some vault runs to get. The more expensive one is the storage request table, which takes a POG and your storage inventory and even more chromatic steel. But this one gives you the ability to do crafting inside the interface as well. Now fortunately, I've been doing pretty well on player gems. I've had like 4 POGs so far. I used some of them on my latest backpack expansion. See, that's a nice big backpack and it holds a lot of storage. But I've still got 2 POGs left and I think this is going to be an excellent use for one of them. Now first up, we got the root. Easy peasy. And secondly, the storage inventory. Oh, I forgot the Larimar. Fortunately, that's not hard. All right, storage inventory, done. And lastly, the request table. Yep, that's going to sting a little bit, but I think it's worth it. Now down here under the floor, I've got my Colossal Chest, and when Magpie built it, I asked her to put in one of these interface nodes. The interface is how something else can talk to the Colossal Chest. In this case, we need a link cable attached to it. Now we definitely need the root somewhere, so we'll put the root right there, and then go above. So then we should be able to put some link cables right on top of that root in order to bring it up a little bit, and the request table right there to make it easy to access. Now all I got to do is put something in, and if I open my gigantic chest here, I can see it down below. And if I take it out, I can see it's no longer in the chest. So they're connected. And because I built a crafting version, I can do all my crafting right here in the table, and then put it all into the storage. See? Simple, just like it promises. Unfortunately, what won't be so easy is moving all of the stuff from all of my chests into this one, so I'll be back in a little bit when that's done. There we go. That looks a little more tidy and organized. I ended up pushing this back one, and I think it looks a lot better that way. Now I have kept a couple chests around because I don't think I want everything going in there. I rather like looking at my relic sets all grouped up like this, and it would be really hard to do within my storage network. So there we go. I'm leaving them out, but otherwise everything's in there and ready to go. Now I've got one more POG in my inventory, and honestly, it's burning a hole in my pocket because I got something I want to make. The infinite water bucket is just very, very helpful. And honestly, at a POG, it's not terribly expensive anymore. So, last POG out, let's make that infinite water bucket. This will help in the vaults for sure, especially those village rooms in the strongholds. Ugh, silverfish are the worst. And so it has been another busy week here on the Vaultcraft server. Thanks so much for following along with me on the videos. And remember, if you like the content, please give me a subscribe. The big old banner here is just a subtle reminder, right? I'm shooting for 500 subs, and your support would mean the world to me. Remember also, leave a comment down below about the interior of the base. I really would love to hear some feedback from people about what you think might be done to improve it. Well, anyway, that's all for now. Remember, be excellent to each other. I'm out.